There's a situation, though, that might not be fine. A situation that the 49ers were looking into. It is now what they call a debunked conspiracy theory, linking a power substation to, get this, injuries to the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this news got up to general manager John Lynch, and John Lynch earlier in the week had to say that the 49ers, who have been just ravaged by injuries to key players all season long.
And for years. It's not just this year. They seem to have a lot of trouble with injuries.
He had to go out publicly and debunk this theory that it was this electrical power substation that was causing all these injuries. This was quite the conspiracy. He said
there was like a doctor who came out with this thing, even though he ended up being proven wrong by a lot of scientists and stuff.
And John Lynch was like, all right, well, if you're going to bring something to the table that has to do with the health and safety of our players, I have to look into it. It's my job, so he had to do it. So he had to, imagine he's reaching out to anyone and everyone to see if the study exists other than get this, other than a guy sticking an apparatus underneath a fence and coming up with a number that I have no idea what that means.
You ever stick an apparatus under a fence, Aaron? It's a dangerous thing to do when you get the wrong number.
Yeah, I decided to keep my apparatus away from chain link fences. He said, that's what we know exists. We heard that debunked. So, yes, we will look into it. We have. The health and safety of our players is the utmost priority. I know that a lot of games have been won at this facility since it opened. We aren't going to turn a blind eye. We look into everything. Imagine that coming to John Lynch's table. It's like, hey, I got a theory for why all your guys are getting hurt. Electrical substation.
Like, if dudes are starting to come down with cancer or something terrible, you know, you hear about stuff like that based on elements that are within the atmosphere and within the environment. I've never heard, like, forget about this instance individually, right? I've never heard of where there's some kind of contamination, right? Where some kind of element is in the environment that causes injury. Right? Like, we hear about stuff that causes illness all the time, asbestos and whatever else. You know, have you been around here? Let's sue somebody. We hear about all these ads all the time. I've never heard of, like, hey, you ever twist your knee and you're near a chemical plant? Let's sue somebody. Like, you know what I mean?
The post that was perpetuated by a board-certified quantum biology practitioner, that's what he describes himself as on social media. He put the theory out there, and as of Wednesday, it had 22 million views. Now, San Francisco's home field, Levi Stadium, is built near a power substation. So the viral theory is coming from a self-described board-certified quantum biology practitioner. And
sounds smarter than us, Aaron.
And poor John Lynch has got to look into this thing, and they got to spend money to find out if there's a tie to this. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm going to guess there is not.
I think it's a real thing.
A radiology professor at UC Davis, Jared Bushberg, said there is no firmly established evidence that backs up this theory. So, and you had other medical experts who called the theory nonsense, wild, and not possible.
Now, those I appreciate more, right? Come right out and say it's nonsense. Come right out and say it's wild. Come right out and say it's not possible. Read the first guy's statement again.
The first guy's statement, Jared Bushberg, said there was no firmly established evidence that backs up the theory. That's a very official way to say it.
It's a vaguism. It's a vaguism. It's what you say when you don't want to say what you think you should say. Like, that is when you're like, well, there's no firmly established evidence. That, to me, sounds like there's something there.
If there was wires getting crossed up in people's heads, in players' heads, I'd say, all right, maybe we got something. If a dude twists an ankle and you're like, electrical substation, I'm not going to buy that. That's nonsense to me.
Yeah, there are wires getting crossed up in players' heads all across the NFL.
Right,
but
you
it's
don't
football.
need
It's not the electrical substation.
Yeah, you don't need the substation for that. But if you said that, I'd go, all right, well, I'm not, once again, not the smartest guy. I don't know. This is above my head. But I think that the head thing could be, I could understand that. The leg, the bicep, like, I don't think electrical power substations are doing that. You do hear, like, have you guys heard, and I don't know, I'm sure it's true, like, don't sleep with a phone by your head, your cell phone by your head. You ever heard that, Pat?
No, but I imagine these things are giving us cancer every day.
Yeah, I've been sleeping with the phone by my head or else I won't wake up for the last 15 years.
Really?
Well,
Right
yeah, my
next to your
alarm.
head?
Like I have a dresser, and I put it right on top of it.
Okay, so it's not literally next to
I
your
would
head.
say within 2 to 3 feet.
All right, it's pretty close for me too. And
Sam,
that's, if then that, I thought you were talking about like on your pillow.
Sam, executive producer, you are 26 and already established as the smartest guy on the show. Have you heard about this phone by the head thing?
I've heard about it. I actually stopped. I used to keep it like right under my pillow because I'm a real heavy sleeper.
Like
so
the tooth fairy was going to come the next day.
Yeah, but then I bought this like sonic bomb alarm clock when I got this job because I was like, I can't be sleeping in at 3 a.m. So
You've never even been close to late. Like, you are way ahead of us. I'm
Yeah,
getting
but
emails from
it's-
you like
it was a fear.
4:45.
I check my alarms 9 times before I go